Welcome back to lesson 2. Let's pick up where we left off. Anatomy of Awesome, best kept secrets of social media masters. The last conversation was really the social media experience we want to give our clients when they're online or their followers when they come hang out with us online on our Instagram pages. This conversation is going to be about how do I take the social media experience and bring it behind the chair to level up the client experience. I love the definition of experience. I got this, I think it was one of the people from Google. Emotional episodes in moments of time. So how do I give awesome emotional episodes in moments of time so that my client has a memorable experience? Now, as I take you on the ride, we're going to be continuing to reference some of my good books so that if there's a cross-reference page number, keep an eye on that if you need more elaboration. All right, so let's get at it. I'm going to introduce you to a wheel that I've been hanging out with for many, many moons. It's called the Power Wheel. And the Power Wheel is a way of engaging our clients in a process so that they have a great experience. Remember, emotional episodes in moments of time or by moments of time. But we're going to be digitalizing or bringing a digital experience into the wheel. So this is why we call it the social digital client or guest experience. The social digital experience, for Jedis that have mastered that, their clients would say, it's an awesome experience. I love that experience. I'm hoping when I come back again, I can have that experience. That experience is highly unique and memorable. Sometimes I'll call that experience a value-added GWP, gift with purchase towards our client. I used to call it, it is glamour shots on steroids. Remember glamour shots 20 or 30 years ago? But the gift with purchase is you get a photo shoot as a gift. And so our clients are saying things like, that experience left me looking and feeling larger than life. And then, no, wait, there's more. When I find my picture on your page or the salon's page or pages, I almost feel like a local celebrity. So as you can see, we're attempting to bring all the work that you've done on your pages into real time so you blow your client's mind. Now, how do we do that? I've got a little picture here to show you that this is kind of the ride that the client goes on. So we have bonding, consulting, servicing, finishing, evolving. Bonding is when a client comes in, you can see they're greeted from somebody at the desk, or perhaps it's from an associate, and we begin engaging them in some sort of mobile, whether it's a salon's iPad or the client's mobile device, taking them to places on the internet where they can begin looking at the content to get inspiration for the services that they're having today. Then, no, wait, there's more. The consultation comes and we pick up where we left off, where either the mobile of the hairdresser and or the mobile of the client, the guest, we're using that as our new digital lookbook. And then when the client is processing, giving the client something to do with their mobile, whether it's watching a tutorial that was created that you're now on your Instagram highlights, or whatever that is that would grease the wheels for getting the client even more involved in, let's say, some of the take-home products. And then, of course, the finish of all finishes, the photo shoot. We used to, a couple of years ago, is taking your picture. Now it's the photo shoot. That in and of itself is way more than documenting content. There's a profound experience for that client as well. The emotional episodes in that moment of time are off the charts. And then last but not least, when the client leaves, and evolving my clientele, I'm going to be using my empty windows of time to continue to get on the internet, Instagram, Facebook, to build a business. That's what the first lesson was all about, that one there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut to the chase and get to the consultation. How to digitalize the consultation. How to bring a digital experience into the consultation. And you know what? Pictures paint 1,000 words. This is a picture, a set of shots that really take the experience that the client has over that 5 or 10 minute consultation. I want you to look at this first shot here. The client comes in, and who's holding the mobile? The client. How many clients today are coming in with the mobile out? They're on the internet, they're on Pinterest, and they're on a randomly placed picture on Pinterest. And they're curious to see if you think that they would look good with that look on that picture. But look what happens a minute later. Now we got two mobiles out. We got the client's mobile and there's your mobile. But guess where Anna is on her mobile? Anna's on her Instagram page. She's using her Instagram page as a photo gallery. She's using her Instagram page as a resume, as a digital lookbook, and getting the client off of Instagram on randomly placed content. I want to have a conversation with you about my work. Let's see if I have something in my archive that pairs up to what you're interested in, and then look what happens. How many mobiles are out now? One mobile. Where's the client's mobile? We don't know. We don't care. We now know that the client is engaged in that. And now look more. Emotional episodes, moments of time. We're now using our work. I mean, that's what's so unprecedented about the age that we're in. Once we get comfortable in documenting, creating our content, documenting our content, posting on our content, and using our content as our own lookbooks, the power that gives hairdressers is off the charts. Now, my friend Gerard's been watching this. I want to bring him in because I know he's got something really cool that he wants to say and add to this.
So, Michael, I know you've been a hairdresser for a long time and seen a lot of things happen. And as I was listening to you talk about the changing guest experience to this digital experience, it did make me think of the revolution of going to the salon and getting a wash and set to then the emergence of the blow dry. And I can imagine there were some salons that didn't feel comfortable making that change. And what happened to them? Do you feel like this is the same thing? Like salons that aren't going to evolve into this digital experience are going to get left behind? I mean, we don't want the client to feel like they're going to their grandmother's salon. Is that kind of, you know?
Now, don't get me started on this one. This is a rant in and of itself. And I love our community too much to not have the conversation that we're in right now. So I say to people in my classes all the time, if you're not offering this experience, or more specifically, if you're not learning how to offer a digital experience, sooner or later, you're at risk to losing your clients to competitors that are offering that experience, because we know that more of our clients crave that experience. They want it. It touches vanity appeal. Right. So your point is well made.
And it's just history repeating itself. And again, if you get stuck in our craft, if you're stuck in this is the way that I do it, you tend to get left behind.
Yeah, and the other thing that came up for me, Gerard, is that it used to be we defined age by a number. Right, I'm 60 something, but now it's no, numbers don't define our age. To what degree are we in this conversation determines how old we are. Right. So if we're in it, we're growing young. Right. If we're not in this conversation, if we're not careful, we're gonna be on the endangered species list.
And you know, for the learners at home, I think what you're describing is still tip of the iceberg here. Oh. And what I've learned in being somewhere at the crossroads between technology and hairdressing is that the sooner and earlier you adopt, usually you get a chance to sprint ahead of everyone else. So, you know, if you haven't adopted this idea of this digital experience, do it now, because it's going to give you so much more gas to get ahead quicker.
Yeah, and it's not too late. You know, a lot of people are going,
I
waited too long, and I'm only 30, but I feel like 60. It's like, no, we're still on the front end of the innovation curve.
I think the practicality of what you're explaining, no one's too late for that. I think, you know, again, which we talked about in the earlier lesson, if you're trying to just get huge and have 1 million followers and get, you know, become the next sponsored race car, yes. I think those days are numbered. But what you're talking about, this real practicality of how to use, and sometimes that's how things develop that are innovative. they kind of blow up to these kind of wild things, and then people go, wait a minute, how do we actually use this? And that's what I love about what I'm hearing here.
I got to tell you guys, we had this conversation before this interview, and it gave me goosebumps. It inspired me because you're right on the money. People got away with too much on social, like the facades. And now as we're all kind of waking up, we're going, wait a minute now. I want to be careful that if I follow this, it might be blind leading the blind, and I'm going to be going down a rabbit hole.
Awesome. Well, let's hear more. I can't wait to learn a bit more about how to implement this.
Let's go to work. All right, let's get into the consultation. And as I said before, I want to say it again, that clients now are showing up for their appointments already scheduled for high-end multiple services. Why? Because they're seeing them on your pages. As you start cleaning up your pages and we look at all the beautiful content you have on the pages, the world sees hair. Guys like me see high tickets. And when they come in and the searchers are scrolling and they're crawling your page and they're landing on something that they want, they're making that appointment before they come in, so there's less upselling. And their mobiles are out. And if you don't have your own page, sometimes they'll come in with randomly placed pictures on Pinterest. We're going to show you how to get them off that. And the biggie is, I want to see your gallery of photos. Your clients are really interested. Sometimes when they're calling to make that first appointment, they're asking where they can find you on Instagram. So you really want to have that put together well. And they're expecting a makeover in a photo shoot. There's been too many times over the last couple of years where a traditional client has sat in the chair and they've watched photo shoots happen. They're like, what is that? Where are they going? What's that big light with a stick on it? They're asking, or biggie, what do I have to do to have that experience? So this process is going to be bringing that experience to them. It's a 9-step process. And I'm going to take you through the 9 steps now. I call it 9 steps to an awesome social digital consultation. The first step in here is having an opening statement. Now, opening statements are not front page news. They've been part of consultation training forever, but we're bringing digital into the script. So I've tried to give you some intelligent verbiage here, and you can also find that on the script guide as well. It says, it's important to me that you have a look that you're going to feel great about and are going to also be able to do at home. So let's get started by looking at some of your pictures. If I can see that my client's got a mobile out and they're looking at, I want to see those pictures. How's that sound? And now I got the client into the conversation. Next is I want to draw them to my work, or I want to draw them to the work that you're doing. And the way we do that is you always acknowledge the pictures that the guest brought with them. You don't want to offend them or shame them. And then this allows you to direct the guest to your photo gallery. And the way you do that, I've even given you some verbiage. Did you bring any inspiration photos with you today? I love your photos. Let me show you some of my work to make sure we're on the same page. Wait a minute, Michael. I don't like that script. If I said that, I'd feel creepy. Don't worry about my script. You can borrow my voice until you get your voice. The point I'm making is you want to personalize this verbiage and you want to make it sound authentic so that you can take the client closer to where you want to be. Now, next step after that is you begin asking questions, which has been part of the consultation training forever, but it's centered around your mobile device, your Instagram page. Sometimes you can bring the client's mobile device to your page as well. So now you're asking questions about the work, your work on their page. And again, I've given you some questions. What do you like about the look in this photo? What are some of the qualities that are popping out for you as you look at this picture? Isn't this cool? You're bringing your work into the consultation. So it's way more than digitalizing the experience. It's personalizing. you, for the first time in your history, is using your craft to decide where you want to take the client. Gone are the days of the old picture books where you're looking at other people's work. Moving right along on the next step, the essential step is, and I would call this listening carefully, being present, and then paraphrasing. Nothing will close the gap better than when you're listening to your client than paraphrasing. It will continue to, and you're using your mobile device to do this. So we've given you, again, some verbiage. I want to make sure I understand what you're looking for. You like the length and color and design of this look. How close are we getting to where you'd like to go? How's that sound? And again, you're using your work as the reference point. This is just so rich. What a time to be in the beauty business. Next step is this allows us to have a even better conversation. Sometimes, and this is big, this is one of my favorite parts. Sometimes the look the guest is going for requires more services than the guest is scheduled for. And I've given you some verbiage. In the good old days, a couple of years ago, we would call that upselling or trading up. And here's what it sounds like. There is another service in the look that we're going for. In this particular photo, I did a partial highlight around the fringe or whatever that was. I'm making a reference to the work that I'm doing. This is what gives the look, more dimension. I put blanks there so that you can put your verbiage in. And this particular service is something we want to consider. Now again, if you don't like my script, change it. Borrow my voice until you find your own. This is really the step where you're beginning to offer other services that go. Now we're beginning to integrate traditional client handling into the social media client handling. Next step, you want to be transparent. You want to really underscore what the financial commitment is and the time commitment. You want to discuss the cost of the additional service in a positive way. You want to refer to the time that it's going to take. So again, script, verbiage, right there. Would you like to enjoy the overlay service today? It's an additional $25 and you should plan on another 15, 30 minutes of being with me. Do you have time for that? It's a nice way of seeing if they're ready to make that commitment. If they're not, mark it, and you've planted the seed for next time that they come in. Moving right along. Great verbiage to get this going. And this is where you introduce them to the photo shoot. You want to get permission on the front end to do a photo shoot on the back end. You're going to look absolutely amazing. I want to make sure that we document this by taking some befores and some afters. I'll text you my favorites, or I'll airdrop you right before you leave some of my favorites. You'll have them. I would love it if you could repost the photos on your page, tag me. I love reading the comments your friends make on how amazing you look. How's that sound? Is that something you're up for? So now I've got the buy-in on the front end of the ride. And no, wait, there's more. You want to begin to ask your guest to follow you. So the script is, well, I'm getting what I need for your services. Go to my Instagram page. If you're not already following me, take a look at some of my other work. And while you're there, follow me. If you're not already doing so, you can find my handles right here on my station. So again, this is a blueprint of a nice social digital consultation. Do that, and that will take your consultations to the next level. As a by the way, on the script guide, on the Little Good Book, we have these actions on the back end of the script guide as well, going through the 9 steps, reviewing it, using the pages to write your own script, so that you can personalize it, and then preparing for the next module, which we're going to get into right now. All right, go ahead and give somebody a high five and say last call, because the last call, I've saved one of my favorites for last. It's the photo shoot. We've actually, out of the 200 interviews we've done, we were able to find a rhythm, an actual process that people, the Jedis, the innovators were using, and we put it in a step-by-step. You're going to love this. It's a 10-step process, and of course, on the back end, the first is just getting permission. to begin taking pictures. So you could say something like, "You look absolutely amazing. Let's take some pictures," or let's capture history. We've been making history every time you come in. Let's capture it this time. Then we're going to move from that into step 2, which is preparing your client to start creating the experience. Let's go over to the ring light or wherever it is that you're, whatever space you're using to document the content, we're going to bring them there. Now this one is big, that you're going to say to your client to put them at ease, because some of them, it's going to be their first photo shoot and they're going to feel creepy. It's going to like, I don't know, don't show my face, just, show my hair, because the experience they have is so much better than they think, so you're going to need to chill them out a little bit. So we talk about, make this promise to them. If you don't like any of these photos, I won't use them. They don't see the light of day. I just want to capture some of this because it looks amazing. It'll chill them out a little bit, and now they're ready to engage in the process. Start with the back. You're going to take them to 2, 3, 4 different poses. Let's start with the back. Let's make it natural, or whatever you're going to say there. There's some sort of verbiage for that. Play with the hair. Script, this looks amazing. Turn to the side. I'll get a profile. Notice you're becoming a photographer. Photography now is becoming the next skill set for people in our business. And so now you're beginning to kind of go into that persona. Next step, and begin to pose them. You're going to find that you're going to go into a pose rhythm. Lower your shoulders, turn to the side, go ahead and flip your hair at me, smile. The people that I'm interviewing, they're saying, this is the rhythm that I'm going into. Now note, as we go into the ride, look at the client experience. This was done in real time. She is enjoying this. But no, wait, there's more. Make them happy. Make them smile, make them laugh. Last few shots, turn and look at the camera, smirk, whatever you do, make her laugh. Look at, she's having the time of her life. Now, at some point, you're going to want to marinate in that experience. Remember the experience, emotional episodes and moments of time? She's having some off-the-chart emotional episodes. Let's show, do a little show and tell, look at what we've created, and admire them together. Again, this is as much a part of the experience as it is in documenting the content. Tell them, I'll send this to you. I'll airdrop it to you now. By then, you should be on their page. They're on your page, so this is kind of a no-brainer. Let's see if we can get it uploaded onto their page. We know it's going to be on your page and the salon's page. And then, here's big. Give them a couple minutes by themselves. Let her bask in the glory of that vanity appeal. Leave them alone with the ring light. This is some of the best lighting. Feel free to take some shots of yourself. Why? Because she may decide to upload some of that content on her page and attract her followers as well. So there you have it. We've brought it through a lot, and I'm going to really kind of summarize this by saying this was the next to learn, all of the content that we gave you. We want to make it skillful for you so that you can do this as well as you do hair, but you can't get from next to learn to skillful without going over, I call it the red bridge, going over the bridge. And the bridge is trial and error. All things are awkward before they become easy. So at this, I'd like to bring in Gerard because giving you a lot of content, I know he's got some things he'd like to share. So let's bring him in now.
So Michael, what's occurred to me is that some of our learners who I'm sure are thinking, wow, I really need to do this to move ahead, they might not have great photos already. They might feel like they're already far behind, and maybe they don't have any great photos. And one of the things I loved about this is how you were describing, getting the client from looking at their mobile to looking at yours, then getting them to follow you. So I was just thinking, if you don't have any of those great photos yet, well, what do you do? So for me, I would make a list right off the bat of what I'm really strong at. Because always start with your strengths. If I'm great at cutting bobs or pixies, and I would also make a list of clients that I know that wear those shapes really well, that I have a great relationship with, and I would actually call them and say, you know, hey, next Sunday, the 24th, I'm going to do my photo shoot day, and I'd love to offer you a free service for the day. You've been such an incredible client, and maybe you can do, you know, 2 pixies, 2 bobs, a long layer that day, and start, and then kind of add to your categories based on how your clients are reacting. You know, I don't think anyone's going to get it right the first time. Like, go out and shoot 200 photos, and now you've got the perfect Instagram grid. So, like your trial and error thing, you know, start with what you're strong at, and then maybe fill in the gaps. Any feedback from like?
Oh yeah. I mean, I want to paraphrase what he said because it was huge. When I look at harebrained content and in the training, that the skill sets that are being developed there in terms of the work, the creation of the content, is there. And what I heard from you is, here's your starting point, that here's are going to be your groupings, and then vetting out your clients and getting them to come in, offering them whatever the incentive is. You Gerardized, if you would, the script that we covered, you know, in lesson 1 and lesson 2 to make it very, very real. So
oh yeah, that's what learning is, right? I mean, everyone who's watching this has to take it for themselves and make it their own, because it's not one size fits all.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I've learned a ton. I know our learners have, and I want you guys to contribute your reviews here. Let us know what you learned from Michael. You can put your questions below. And where can people find you if they want to talk with you more?
Well, 2 things. One, if they come to summitsalon.com, that's where all of our resources are. And come live with me on my social media pages. So if you key in on any of the search bars, Michael Cole Summit, Summit now is my last name. So you put Michael Cole Summit on Google, it's gonna get you to the Instagram pages and the Facebook pages. So that's there. And then I wouldn't sleep tonight if I didn't say this. I want to thank L'Oreal Professional Product Division, because their sponsorship of the work just allows us to continue to evolve the work that we're doing. So I'm grateful, and thank you very much. And thank you for bringing me part of your community, and I'm hoping that you'll come and hang out on mine.
I will. It's been a real pleasure, and we look forward to you guys having an amazing experience using this content.